Do you know what will happen after your funeral? After a few hours, the crying stopped. Your family will be busy ordering food from hotels and caterers for relatives. Grandchildren running and playing. A young man and a woman exchange phone numbers with a romantic smile. Some men would go to the nearby pub or Tariq stall for a drink to talk before going to bed. Your neighbour will be angry, thinking that your people may have thrown the ritual things too near their gate or were too noisy. A relative will talk to your daughter on the phone about not being able to come in person because of an emergency. At the next day's dinner, a few relatives are left, and a few complained about not having enough salt in the curry. Foreign relatives would have secretly planned a tour after your funeral. A relative may complain about funeral expenses and that he or she had spent a few $100s more on his or her share. The crowd will slowly dissolve. In the coming days, some calls may come to your phone without knowing you are dead. Your office will be rushing to find someone to replace you. 1 week later, after hearing the news of your death, some Facebook friends may search with curious sadness to know what your last post was. In a few days, your son and daughter will be busy shopping and packing before they return to work as their emergency leave ends. At the end of the month, your spouse will watch a comedy show and laughing. Some siblings and relatives will ask about the properties and assets you had, if any. In the coming months, your close relationships will return to the cinema and the beach. Everybody's life will go back to normal, just as there is no difference between a withered leaf of a big tree and what you lived and died for. It all happens so easily, so fast, with no movement. This world will forget you and be in a grave at an astonishing pace. Meanwhile, your first death anniversary will be celebrated lavishly.
In the blink of an eye, years have passed, and there is no one to talk to about you. One day, just looking at some old photos, one of your close friends may remember you. In your hometown, of the thousands of people you've become acquainted with, only one person, as you have ever been, can rarely talk to anyone about you. You may live elsewhere as someone else, if reincarnation is true. Otherwise, you will be nothing and will be plunged into darkness for decades. People are waiting to forget you easily. Then who are you running around for, and who are you worried for? For most of your life, say 8 you think about what your relatives excluding loved ones and neighbors think about you. Are you living a life to satisfy them?